Previously on Project Slow Devil, the Willys Overland engineers worked tirelessly to prepare the Willys CJ2A for an 1,800-mile journey to the wild, wild west. Will it make it to the promised land? In this episode, you'll find the answer is no.
So that escalated quickly. This thing just stopped running. It was running really, really badly on the road, and it started surging and bucking, and we turned it off just to cool it down, and now it won't start again. Reason why is, if you can see right there, the carburetor at the bottom, it's quite wet, and it looks like there's a seal in a shaft, and the seal on both sides is ruptured, and it's leaking gas right close to the hot exhaust manifold, so that is really bad. We're trying to find a replacement carb. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere. Not in the middle of nowhere, we're actually in a pretty nice neighborhood. It's a nice house. But we're looking for either a carb rebuild kit or a carb that we can use because this one is shot and I don't feel safe. Even if David feels safe about it, I don't feel safe with having that carb basically leaking hot fuel on a very hot exhaust manifold. We are not going to Moab. We actually are going to try to fix this so it can make its own way to Utah. The carburetor needs replacement or fixing or rebuilding or something because this is a fire hazard and it's not even running. So off to the next stop, which is a guy who actually knows his way around a Jeep and not just these two idiots. Okay, so on the way to the repair of the Willys, the Raptor seems to have developed a fault of its own. It is, I'd say, mid 60s today in Michigan. We put on the AC and it does not work. Like, we can put it on low. It's on dual climate control. I'm dying in here, man. Yeah, it's very, very hot. The air conditioning just isn't working right now. It's not. This is just not our day. Look at David, he's dejected. We are in a suburb of Detroit. David and his friend Brandon are now working on the car. I am trying to diagnose why the Raptor has no AC, and I'm looking at the fuse box, which is right here, and I have no idea what's going on, but the air compressor, the AC compressor, actually isn't turning on. So that has to be a problem with the fuses at the very least. I'm gonna check all the fuses with this multimeter and we'll see if any of them are blown. Okay, no fuses are blown and I am out of ideas. I don't want to start looking into schematics about why this car isn't working, but yeah, this doesn't look very good for a brand new car. We'll see if it turns back on, but maybe it's a setting or something, but we tried. It seems like we've tried everything, and there doesn't seem to be cold air coming out of the vents. Yeah, it almost seems like David's Jeep is infecting other cars. Okay, go ahead. Keys on, right? Yep. Okay, here's the gas. That's a very dirty filter. Is there another carb we can put on?
What's that?
Is there another carb? Do you have another carb we can put on?
I do.
Do you know if it does it work?
I mean, it seems okay from when I've used it. Yeah.
Because I think that's the only option really. The carb isn't that hard to take off, and I think before it starts getting really hot and it's too hot to handle, I think we should just take it off because we're losing daylight. So in order for us to replicate the exact circumstances of when the carb started leaking, we have to take it out and get it nice and hot. We have to take it for a ride around the neighborhood. We are in a suburb of somewhere in Detroit, in Michigan, or somewhere around those parts. And yeah, we just have to get this nice and hot so we can tell if it's really the carb or it's maybe the float that's being stuck open and pouring fuel close to the exhaust manifold. But the carb might need to get rebuilt or might need to get replaced. So we're going to try to get that moving along. But for now, this just has to make its rounds. So we got the car nice and hot, and it seems like it's a fuel delivery problem. Now, the fuel pump was not changed, it still is the original pump, but it was sort of working, and now I think we need a new one or something that's gonna get this fuel flowing properly. There was a lot of rust in the tank, and the fuel filter itself, it was pretty grotty. There were a lot of rust particles, and the problem could have been that the float bowl was just getting kind of contaminated with all these little particles. So we just have to find a pump. We have to find a place that sells a pump, or if we can find a good sort of rebuilt or working one. We got a sort of rebuilt carb on there, and now we're gonna see if it fires up and runs, and we need to put some miles on it and do some tuning. So yeah, let's see how it runs.
Give the accelerator a few pumps. Okay, start it. Go again. Okay.
Yeah, we just had it.
Fine, I'll just... Okay, go.
Well, that sucks. All right, so David, the carb does not work at idle speed. That seems to be the case. We're going to run what we brung. I suggest that you change this Jeep's name from Project Slow Devil to Piece of Shit. Yep, got it.
Well, this is a happy car.
Yeah, very happy. So you have a carb that won't idle, and you have a carb that all it does is idle.
This carb, it's a happy carb.
This one is not so much.
That carb probably just needs a little cleaning.
All right, so back in action until we get the fuel pump.
Yep. I think it's fairly certain that it was a fuel issue. We don't think it was a carb issue. I do think the fuel pump might be weak. It's like, the thing is, in general, any part that I don't change on this Jeep goes bad. You just have to replace everything pretty much.
All right, so that's something we'll have to do tomorrow morning when we get the part. But for now, we just got to drive this home and kind of lick our wounds. So that was the first official day of Project Slow Devil, the Willys Jeep. That will make it to Moab. I swear to you, it will. We're going to get that fuel pump in tomorrow. We ordered it. It should be coming in through O'Reilly's Auto Parts. And yeah, we're going to get this thing running tomorrow morning and set off and hopefully make up for the time that we lost today. That's going to be fun, but I'm very tired. It's been a long day. Did a lot of wrenching and did a lot of driving around and did a lot of troubleshooting. And David and his friends did way more than I did. I could just imagine how much more tired they are than me. So I'm going to leave you off with that. Stay tuned for the next episode because that